What is up, everyone? It's the guy here, and welcome back to another episode of Themindhere. This is my bi-weekly podcast where I provide updates on my YouTube channel, discuss what I do behind the scenes, and talk about other things that come to mind. It also serves as a way to keep myself accountable and externally motivated to get my work done. If you're interested in how I make my music and videos, feel free to take a look at previous episodes. Welcome to all of you who are here for the first time. If you like my content and you want to see more, please consider subscribing. Alright, to start off this episode, let's talk about some updates to my channel. In regards to the new music, the new song that I'm working on, unfortunately I didn't make the deadline that I set out for myself, which was today, or when this episode comes out. And so I'm gonna have to push it back until at least another week, hopefully a week after this episode comes out, but for sure I'll try to meet it by the next episode. I'm not going to make excuses for myself because I should have been able to hit this deadline, but on one hand I was not too motivated to work on the music, so I decided to put it off a little bit. I was more in the mood to do some coding and other tasks that weren't really music, and I didn't want to put down something that I wouldn't be proud of into my music. So I let it slide a little and hold back rather than pushing out a song that I didn't like. And just in general, my habits have been slipping a little bit, so I took some time to get myself back together and ready to actually execute. So those were two of the major factors that contributed to why I didn't make this deadline. But right now I have most of the arrangement done. I'm working on the vocal portions, and then I'll put it together, mix it, and then master it. And then once I get that, I'll make some art for it, and then it should be out. So there's a little bit of work left in there. Hopefully my school schedule is flexible this week so that I'll be able to put some time in to get this done. Another update with this channel is something that I've been thinking about is I'm trying to reframe what this channel is, the purpose of this channel. And the main purpose of this channel, as I sat there and reflected, was the main purpose is as a hobby repository. So this is where I put my various hobbies that I'm doing and various activities, and just put this on this channel. Now, most of them are music related, and of course the art sort of goes with that. However, I realized that I can put other things on there, that it doesn't have to be strictly music related, and I shouldn't be making music or other content for the sake of making it for the channel. This podcast is sort of an exception because I do want to hit a bi-weekly schedule with this. However, it's not really that creative content, sort of like the music, the art. So that's a little bit different there. However, I needed to reframe that to myself so that I got a good footing of what I actually wanted. I know some of my other activities that I've been doing, coding Minecraft plugins. I might be able to. I might make videos giving just a tutorial of what it is, how you would set it up, and all that, and I'll put this on this channel. So look forward to seeing that sometime in the future, whenever I get my second plugin done, and whenever I have time and I want to make a tutorial for the first plugin. So just a little reframing of this channel to myself, but I thought I'd discuss with you guys my thought process behind this, so you know going forward what to expect from this channel. With what I talked about my habit slipping, I tried various aspects, and I tried various things within my system to sort of get myself to pick myself back up with my habits. But it's super easy to get into a rut and just stay there because you procrastinate, and procrastinating with that, just like, oh, I'll let myself slide today, or I deserved it today, and I'll pick myself back up tomorrow. But of course, that never happens. So one idea that I've been wrestling with, and I think that has been successful so far, is this idea that came to my head that I needed to ask myself this question to be sure that I was doing the right thing and reframe my mental mindsets. And this question is this: would I hire myself? So how this helped me was this reframing this question. Since I am a goal-oriented person, I like to work towards something. If I ask myself this question, then I'm asking myself something that I want to go towards, right? I want to be someone that is effective and productive. I also want to be someone that would be appealing to companies to hire. Since I right now am a student, but of course in the future I'm not going to be a student forever. I want to be employed. I want to work on my own. So being able to look at that and saying, okay, am I a hireable person right now? Would I hire myself? That gives me an idea of what I'm lacking, where I'm lacking, and what I can work on. Now, how this is different from just looking at myself and saying, okay, Max, I need to improve on this, or I need to do this, is the sort of third person perspective that it brings in. Because when you ask yourself, would I hire myself? The first person I is the one that's sort of doing the analyzing of this person that is basically yourself. But now you're taking a step back and you're saying, okay, would I hire myself? So you, the real first person you, is analyzing a third person you and expressing, okay, these are qualities that I would like, these are qualities I don't like, and I would not hire myself for this purpose or for this reason, or I would hire myself for this reason. And this helped me because it's a lot easier for me to work towards something that isn't for myself, but for another person, a company, or another cause. It's quite easy for me to put in effort there versus doing something for myself. And unfortunately, some of my activities that I like to do or just other endeavors fall into the myself category. So it's easy to put those aside in favor of either distractions or work for other people. So by taking a third person step back, I think I was able to get just a feeling of, okay, I'm working for something, and just that third person view instead of reflecting from within myself. That gave me the move I needed, the boost I needed to sort of pick my habits back up and constantly reflect, okay, would I hire myself if I had the knowledge that I was doing this, right? If I had a company and I had these strong ambitions and I wanted these types of people, if I came in and asked for a job and I happened to know all of the habits that I did, then would I hire myself? Was that something that I would like to see? So that's something that I recommend some of you might be able to try if you see if that works for you. Now, of course, every person is different, and some of you might not even need that, or some people might see that as too much or it's not effective, and that's okay. But one thing that could help is, instead of putting it in a first person perspective, putting things in a third person perspective. So rather than would I hire myself, it would be whatever you wanted to do, right? Would I pick myself for a team? Would I want to be friends with myself? And, if you're looking to be a leader, then the next question would be something like, would I work for myself, right? So rather, instead of would I hire myself, looking for hireable personalities, you then look for something inspirational within yourself. Am I doing things that would inspire other people to work for me? Things like that. Being able to take that third person perspective of yourself rather than constantly looking through the lens that is your own biases that might shield some of the realities that you aren't able to see. Now, of course, you are still you, so you're going to have some of your own biases. However, be able to sort of step back, that is an ability that I think can remove some of the biases and help guide yourself in some ways, giving yourself an ability to Work on yourself rather than needing someone else to be there. Of course, input from other people is always valuable, but being able to do this for yourself, then I feel like that's a really good way to help yourself keep growing. All right, this is going to be a little short of an episode. I didn't have too much to talk about, and there was no AMA question for me. And speaking of which, if you guys are interested in participating in my episodes, then feel free, go down to the video of this on YouTube and leave a comment in the comment section asking me any question. And if there are more than one questions out there, then I'll pick one at random and I'll choose to answer it, whatever the question may be, at the next episode. But for now, that'll have to do for today. Hopefully you guys are doing well, stay strong, and I will see you in the next episode.